Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Mani and I am going to discuss with you some most important questions for your 10th standard CBSE coming examination. So if you like my channel, please subscribe it. I am going to discuss with you the most important questions which you can expect on your examination, which my 8 years of teaching experience for the CBSE 10th standard students. So first of all, I am discussing with you the science, the marking pattern. In chemistry, the chemical substance, nature and behavior is 25 marks. World of living, that is biology, 23 marks. Natural and phenomena, electric current, that is about 25 marks for physics, and natural resources for 7 marks. For this, biology is very easy, that as you know. So to get good marks in biology is the easiest way. So I am discussing you with some most important questions in biology, and I am sure, I am guaranteeing you that if you study it very well, you can score 95 above mark in science. So first of all, make sure that world of living 23 marks is very easy to get, and when you study these simple questions, when you revise it, you can make sure that you will got these 23 marks. So first chapter is life processes. I am just going through a revision pattern. Just go through it, go through the questions, and make sure yourself that you have studied all these things. If you didn't study these things and if you have doubt in any questions, just inbox me. I will explain it in Malayalam or in English if you want. So the first chapter is life process. Life process, stomata and goat cells are very important. That part, study it very well. A question will be there. Also note that it's very better if you draw the structure of the goat cells. And another question may be asked, of the stomata of desert plants remain closed during the daytime. Why? So that answer should be studied very well. Next question is the function of digestive enzymes. You should study the digestive enzymes. 3 events occur during photosynthesis. Write with the chemical equation. When any question asks, you just don't simply write anything. For example, if what are the 3 events occur during photosynthesis, or what is photosynthesis, just don't write photosynthesis. Plants prepare their own food using water and minerals in the presence of sunlight. That answer may not be get good marks, because that is a 6th or 7th standard answer. Okay, you are a 10th standard student, and write the chemical equation, write the process what is taken on. Okay, then only you can get full marks. So when you write any answers, make sure that the points are there, then only you get good marks. Study it very well, these questions. What questions I am going to discuss is very important. Study it very well. You can expect it 100 times in the examination. Name of glands and secretion in human digestive system. In human digestive system, what are the glands and the secretions? You should study it. Write a short note about xylem and phloem. You should understand and study that what is xylem and what is phloem, and how does it help in plants in taking of water and minerals from the roots, and also from prepared fruit from the leaves to different parts. So all is there in the test. Study it very well. Then what are the strategies used by the plants for excretion in plants is also important. Just go through it. Main function of kidney and its filtering unit, nephrons. Just to study it very well. What is nephrons? Just if you didn't study, just go through it. Okay. Now what is main function of kidney and its filtering unit? Then write a schematic flow chart of the breakdown of glucose in the cell to provide energy in the presence or absence and lack of oxygen. That is well done. That schematic flow chart is in the test. Just go through it. The question may be asked in another way. The muscles of the sportsman got cramp. Why? Okay. That everything is in the test. That part should be studied very well. That question may be asked. What are arteries, veins, capillaries and its functions? Draw a labeled diagram of human respiratory system and excretory unit of human kidney. What is lymph? And another important thing is lymph. You should study it. What is lymph? If you didn't, just go through the test. What is lymph? Study it now itself. It's very easy. What is lymph? Write to functions of lymphatic systems. One you should study what is aerobic and anaerobic respiration, and also you should study the role of bile juice and the enzymes produced by pancreatic juice. Most of the times the questions is repeating the enzymes produced by pancreatic juice. You should study it very well. And another last questions I am discussing with you is the nutrition in amoeba. How does amoeba obtain its food? Just write everything, including the finger-like projection skull, pseudopodia, and its close the food material, and everything is there in the test, and you should study well. I said that because of the lack of time, I can't explain it everything. So if you feel any doubt about the questions, you can just inbox me. I will give you the answers. These are the important questions in first chapter. Make sure that you studied it everything in a good manner. And next chapter is coming is control and coordination. In this chapter, central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. What is central nervous system and peripheral nervous system? What are plant hormones and its function? Plant hormones and its function. Define positive and negative geotropism. Very simple, but you should study and go. Never neglect any question by saying that it is a simple question, may not be asked. Don't think like that. This question is important. What is positive and negative geotropism? Hormones secreted by thyroid gland, pituitary gland, and adrenal gland, and state function also. Okay. What is reflex action? It's almost all exams. When you take the question papers about the last previous 5 years or 6 years question paper, you can see this question every year. What is reflex action? Okay, then or in another way, directly sometimes may not ask, but indirectly it may ask what happens when you touch a hot plate or hot water, what will happens. Okay, with the help of the diagram you can explain that and get full marks of that question. How brain is protected from injury and shock, you can also answer, and draw a labeled diagram of sometimes as neuron or sometimes as human brain and state its functions. That's all about control and coordination. The next chapter is discussing with how do organisms reproduce. Reproduction is the next chapter. State in brief the function of the following organs in female reproductive system: ovary. So I hope that you did know about that questions that regarding organisms. State the brief the function of following organ in the female reproductive system: ovary, fallopian tube, and the uterus. What is menstruation? How does it occur? What is placenta? Placenta is very important. That repeating question is placenta. You should study it very well. Its structure and its function in case of pregnant human female. What are sexually transmitted diseases? Just go through it. What are the sexually transmitted diseases? And 4 methods of contraceptions method used by humans. Mention the role of the following organ of human male reproductive system is also important. Testis, scrotum, vas deferens, prostate gland are also very important. Just go through it. And answer another question is about pollination. It's a very simple question, but not neglect it. Please study it very well. Otherwise you will not get full marks. Just never go through a question very simple way. Just study it detail. What is pollination? What is self-pollination and cross-pollination? How does it occur in plants? How does pollination leads to fertilization? So explain it very detail about double fertilization and everything. And explain in detail about binary fission, budding, regeneration, all the things. Why is DNA copying an essential part of process of reproduction? DNA copying is very, very important. What is vegetative reproduction? The chromosomal number of sexually producing parents and offspring is same. Justify the statement. That is also important question. Draw a label diagram of a longitudinal section of flower, germination of a pollen grain on stigma on flower. These are important questions. I am just taking 10 questions in a chapter, which is very easy for you to study. The questions are there. If you feel any doubt in any questions and writing it difficult now, you can check the questions later after the video. I am putting all these questions in YouTube. Draw a sectional view of human reproductive system and label the parts: egg, develop, fertilization, take place, fertilized egg, and all that things. That is the final question. Let's come to heredity and evolution. This chapter is little bit, you may take time to study because it is a little bit difficult, but you should study it, not expecting much questions, but also there are some questions asking from this chapter. What are fossils is very, what are fossils, how are they formed, explain in brief of the importance of fossils in deciding the evolutionary relationship. So fossils and all that things is very important. Define genetics. What is the contribution of Mendel in this branch of biology is very important questions. You should draw it and write all the things. Define evolution. How does it occur? Describe how fossil provide evidence for the support of evolution. That question is also very important. What are the difference between homologous and analogous organs? That is important. What is how do Mendel's experiment show that traits may be dominant or recessive? Traits are inherited independently. That questions are also very important. Explain the help of figure that father is responsible for the sex of a child determination, XS, XY, all that things. As you know, study it very well. Mendel crossed tall tea plants with the dwarf plants in the experiment, with his observation giving reasons on F1 and F2 generation. List 2 contrasting characters on the that Mendel used in this experiment in pea plants is also important. What are the inherited traits and acquired traits? Important. DNA copying is also important, so study that, all that questions, about 10 questions. So in first this section I am just talking you about this biology. So 23 marks obtaining biology is very easy. These only 10 questions in one chapter I am discussing with you. 10 or 11 or 11 questions in one chapter. Just go through all these questions and make sure that you studied all these questions. And I am promising you that you will get good marks when you studied only these 30 questions or 40 questions in biology. There are plenty of time for your examination. And just go through it. I am sure that, because with my experience of these teaching students, I am much sure that you will get good marks. So later physics is there, chemistry is there. Later videos are I am going to doing and sharing with you important questions. Please subscribe and please share to everyone, and hoping you all the very best for you. I am there for you. I am praying for you. A very good future is waiting for you. There is plenty of time. Be confident. Come forward. Fight for victory. You will win. Study all these things very well, my dear students. Thank you.